Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Yeah, good evening to some, I'm sure. Let's let some people flow in here. Stare, good morning. Market Rookie, good afternoon to you. I think I got something pretty cool for you all. By cool, I mean useful. Hopefully somewhat helpful. Been trying to start off every one of these streams with something useful. Something you all can actually go forth and use. Or just something that at least benefits the stream in a way that the people watching better understand. And hopefully this little cheat sheet helps you all out. We're going to get started now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're doing well. Let's get into the stream. All right, just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Information on this channel is provided for education and informational purpose only, without any express or implied words of any kind, including words of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained, or just feel free to read through this, all right? I am not a financial advisor. Good stuff. All right, so let's start out with, get rid of that, and we can go over to this. So this is the webinar. I've been revamping the webinar and, using all the ones that I've done. I kind of get reoccurring questions and things, and I've gone back and redone the entire thing. I'm actually really proud of it. It's really good. So besides the point, we're going to look into the cheat sheet that I've made for the different types of days. All right. And every single one of these streams I've been doing, I've been coming in and drawing, and I'm going to do the drawings again as well. But I'm going to start out with this little cheat sheet here, and we're going to talk about first red, first green day real quick. So like if I, during the stream, ever say, hey, there's a first red or a first green day, what do I need to look for on the next day, or even a part of the day that the first red or first green day was made? What do I need to look for in order to really start to piece together whether or not I have a trade for that day? So I've got the what to look for on the right, and then obviously the day over here on the left. So anytime there's a first red or a first green day, and I've identified it on the day of, I'm going to look for a first red, it'd be like a lower low. So if I have days that pumped, I would like to see that lower low be put in place. Now I get my first red day, and I can come in the next day and look for, on the day, maybe like 3 levels of rise, boom, boom, boom. Or it could be like a breakout pullback scenario to go short. And of course, this is going to translate over into, I guess I'm not allowed to delete things today. This is going to translate over to first green day as well. If we get down and we get a higher high, and then on the day itself, we get the 3 levels of drop. So maybe like a breakout day, and then 3 levels of drop, and then the first green day trade. Coming down inside day. So I've got, what do I want to look for on the day? And then what could those things lead to? If I get an inside day, I could be looking at a stair step back to previous day's high for a reversal trade back to the other side of the range, or a stair step down to previous day's low to go back to the other side of the range. Or I could be looking at a breakout pullback sort of scenario, and then I could be looking for a range expansion of that inside bar. 3 days of breakouts. I want to see the front side of that move broken, and I want to see a lower low or a higher high, depending on the direction. We're going to go outside day. Basically, that peak formation high, peak formation low template. Remember that tips and tricks slide that I used to show you all the time? That could be an outside day all in one day where they just spike both sides of the range in one day, or it could be over the course of 2 days. Maybe Monday goes high and then Tuesday goes low, or maybe Monday goes low and Tuesday goes high. It really depends on what the market is setting up for. And then on the following day, what am I actually looking for? I'm going to look for a consolidation in the middle of these two peak formations. I'm going to look for that smaller consolidations to start breaking out and forming rectangles. And then I'm going to look for ascending or descending parabolic trend channels. So I'm going to start to look for those that price action that is pulling in one direction or the other. And then I'm going to wait for the time within the session to actually be able to get in. And then the first day of breakouts. This could be, the market is going down, going down, going down. These are days of breakouts going down. And then maybe the front side of that move gets broken. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But then there's a day of breakouts in the opposite direction. They could come back down the next day to retest the low or whatever, this and that. But realistically, what I'm really looking for is going to be 3 levels of drop. I'm always going to project that breakout level across. Going to look for 3 levels of drop, looking for a low of day trade or a high of day trade, depending on direction. And then, like I said, always project that level across. So let's go through. I'm going to draw these real quick. I kind of just drew them up here, so, it is what it is. But so remember, I've been doing these little box examples, but I think they really work well. So this would be like day one. Basically, day one is just a range, right? The first day of the template, we get a range. Breakout day one, they've broken out. I always project that level across. Then we could have a breakout pullback template. So maybe this is a day's range. Then we get a breakout day. And then on the next day, looking for that pullback. So this would be 2 would be the breakout day, and then 3 would be the actual day that I take the trade. Something along those lines. All right, and then you can have the first red and first green day templates. All right, I'm just going to draw the first red day. You have your large pumping day. And then we have a day that attempts to trade higher in the morning, makes their lows in the afternoon, creating the first red day scenario. And then the next day, coming in, looking for 3 levels of rise. Or a breakout pullback sort of day. Something along those lines. You could have 3 days of breakouts. So you have first day's range. I won't even put a 1 there. We'll just do an X. We'll do breakout day 1. Breakout day 2, breakout day 3, looking for that day to either, the trade to actually take place on the third day of breakouts, or maybe this third day of breakouts turns into a signal day, and then I come in for the next day, looking for lower low, pullback, and then continuation, front side of the move, hopefully having been broken. If it is not broken, one thing that sometimes will happen, the front side of the move has not been broken, but maybe I'm all the way up here and I can get the trade at least back down, kind of down towards this area. Inside days or inside bars, you got your first day. Then you're going to have your inside bar. And then you're going to have one of 2 scenarios, either a stair step back up or down to a level for that reversal back down or up, depending on how it looks. Or you could have your inside day. So this would be 1, 2, and then the line chart looking thing is going to be 3. Or you could have a breakout pullback, something along these lines like this. Inside bar, range expansion, and then the line chart looking thing would be 3. All right, I think I hit them all here. Oh, outside. So let's take a look at the outside bars or the 3-day rectangle. So you'd have your first day here. And then they can spike both sides all in one day. And then on the third day, looking for, again, smaller rectangles to start being broken out of. And then eventually, hopefully, looking for price action to start pulling in one direction. Candles don't have a lot of overlap. Get a nice parabolic channel that goes vertical. That's where I'm trying to take this trade. And then also you could have peak formations being formed over the course of 2 days. So you'd have the first day. This could be, let's say that this is Monday. Okay, and this is Friday's high and Friday's low. Monday goes above Friday's high and fails. And then we'll say that this is Monday's low. And then Tuesday comes in, spikes Monday's low, pulls back up. Same exact thing as up here. We would have Friday as 1. Monday is 2. Tuesday is 3. And then looking at Wednesday for that vertical move. Now it is Friday. So one of the things I like to look for are 3 pushes outside of the opening range, which all of these things maybe just have a fancy name or whatever, but they're going to translate into something. So this would be 3 pushes out of the opening range with fancy names. I can look for any one of these templates to have been formed over the course of 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like any of these could be a part of the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday template. I just have to go back and then apply them to that area. Right, so I'm going to go to the charts now. And hopefully I have not gone through that too quickly. And that has helped, benefited, or done something good. If it was, please let me know. That way I can continue doing things like that. And yeah. Okay, so starting off on the NASDAQ, as always, going to try and go through all of the fancy little details we got down here. Number 1, so thinking about the templates that I just drew, and I think we actually talked about this on Wednesday, and we were in the stream when this went vertical. There's Monday, peak formation low at the low of the week. And then Tuesday spiking above Friday's or Monday's high, excuse me, and then pulling back into the range. Building some of those smaller rectangles down low, breaking out, making smaller rectangles, breaking out, and then going vertical. And it looks like there was a first bounce opportunity at 9:30 to continue. Of course, I did not take that trade because that is not usually where I am trying to get in. That is not my setup. That is not what I look for. I want to be in down here, but the news didn't allow me to do that, and that's okay. That's going to happen. Okay, so we had day 1, 2, and then day 3 of the cycle. And then now we have a reversal back down into the range, giving a first red day. So we have, let's go back, get rid of all this. Wednesday, breakout day. Thursday, attempts to trade higher, and then closes at its lows in the afternoon. Now, one thing I want to note is that this is an opening range breakout. So this is still in breakout to the upside, outside of Monday's high. So this is going to be, in my mind, a first red day. We had a large pumping day, a large range day. This is where it opened. It broke out. This is where it closed. Then we had a day that attempts to trade higher and fail and come back down over here. So this is going to be a day 1 of the cycle. This is also going to be a first red day. Now, the day 1 of the cycle is going to mean a lot less to me. I'm really just going to focus on that first red day. Okay, I'm going to project my breakout level across because that could be an area of the chart where we come back to. I'm going to mark off my closing price over here. Hopefully in this stream I can also show you all this really cool indicator that I just found. I'm not a fan of indicators at all. I do not like them. So this may come as a shock to you, but I found one that I like. It's here on TradingView. So hopefully I can get through the stream and I'll show you all that. It's pretty cool. Day 1 of the cycle. So I'm going to focus mainly on the first red day. What do I want to see with that first red day? Well, we saw it. 3 levels of rise, breakout pullback sort of scenario. And then the other thing that I want to be aware of and very conscious of is the fact that we're still in breakout to the upside. It's an opening range breakout. Today or yesterday could have just been a pullback. And now maybe we're going to continue to go higher, something like this. All right, that's why I've got my closing price up on the screen. We have breakout day, pullback day that turns into a first red day. You think, hey, it's a first red. I'm going to go down tomorrow. And then it continues to go vertical throughout the day. Squeezes to go higher. First red day, it's a trap. The next day goes vertical. All right. Is this the trap as well? Yep. Right. So going back over here. How do we determine if it's a first red day with a pullback? Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to go down to a lower time frame now. Do we have a lower low back down? Sure. 100%. This could be a lower low. And I'm going to even put my end of day consolidation up there. I'm going to use this high and this low. Hey, good morning. So now we're back up at the high of the end of day consolidation, and we've just been going back up all day long, which is great. That's fine. Let's see. Maybe like 1. Call this like 1, 2, and maybe we're blowing off now into 3. So what would I be looking for? I'm going to wait and see if this engulfs, and then if it starts to break down at the New York Open. We also have a lot of ramped volume. Something I'm just noticing here. We've ramped up into the high, which could indicate a fast move back down if it were to occur. Now, I don't know if it's going to. So if this continues to just squeeze higher, then obviously I'm not going to pay attention to it or, try and take part. But we're blowing off now in a direction, big 1, 2, 3 to the high. Let's check the 3 levels as far as... All right, so our peak formation was made kind of down here between 50 and double zeros. So maybe, moving in 50 pip increments. We'll say that's 50, 50, and then I'll put it up here at 50. So this is supposed to maybe be the level that is a strike zone. Maybe we're going to continue to go higher. All right. So I've got details. I've got what I want to look for. And I think we're going to move on to the next one. How is the zone indicator called red, yellow? Is that in? Yes, it's on, well, Market Rookie. It's on Discord. It's free. Just go to my indicator section and grab it. Just add it to your favorites, and then you'll be good. If it presents, you take the trade after 9:30. Yes, Rob. I always wait till after 9:30 for. I don't trade currencies anymore because I trade futures, which I could trade currencies, but I just don't. So I primarily focus after 9:30 on all of these pairs, instruments. All right, let's go to. Actually, I'm going to label this real quick for my own sanity. I don't want to be lost in the sauce with all these lines. Yep, 3 levels ending in 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm kind of thinking too, Eamon. Now, of course, let's talk about that a little bit more. I don't know that this is the 3rd level or the 3rd level blow off until I get my engulfment, until I get a retest of the high, and until I get that second engulfment to push back down. So that's really going to be my big takeaway is if it sets up that way at 9:30, then I'd be happy to take it. If not, then I will just be under the belief that thing that I talked about, hey, this is the dump. We've gone into consolidation, and maybe now we're going back towards the high. That could be absolutely what's happening here. A market that's in breakout, we could just be going back up. All right. Okay, US 30. So US 30 is a little bit more, I don't know how to say it. It's in breakout to the upside. It kind of just seems like that's what's going on. And now we're back up at the high of the week. So let's zoom out. I don't want to make too many assumptions after a first glance. Monday was a breakout day that failed, day 1 of the cycle. And then we get breakout day 1, looking for trend continuation on the following day. We get it, but it wasn't necessarily tradable. Breakout day 1, breakout day 2, going up for breakout day 3. So now we're into breakout day 3 as of today. Okay, so with breakout day 3, what do I want to see, or what could I be looking for? Front side of a move being broken. It looks like we're still front side. A lower low. Don't have that either. Now we're just back up at the high of the current week. All right, so yesterday was a basically an inside day, or maybe even a first red. Definitely a first red, but no lower low. We're back up at the high. Dang, Market Rookie, I really appreciate that. All right, we're back up at the high. Let's see. Trigger previous day's high. So kind of similar to the NASDAQ, right? We're back at the high of the week. That's the details that I need to focus on. We're front side of a move. We haven't broken down yet. Do I actually have a setup? The only thing that I could possibly look for here is the fact that we've triggered previous day's high. This is the first time we've triggered it, but we're kind of in breakout of that high and not necessarily a failed breakout or a false break. So I think that I'm just going to move on from this one. Let's go to oil. US 30 inside day, yes. Very close. It's so close that on some brokers it probably is. Some brokers it probably is not. First red day trade in play, maybe. All those details that I just listed out, though, we don't have a lower low yet. This inside day could just be a signal for range expansion or trend continuation. So we might be doing one of these. It is breakout day 3. Again, the only thing that I could possibly be looking for at this point is a high of week reversal. We do have 3 pushes outside of the opening range, which is great. But again, that's a 3 days of breakout setup, and I don't have a lower low. So that's my big, I'll call it my issue with it is that lower low not being there. But we do have a lot of order flow built up. This chart's very clean, blowing off into the high. So we'll see. Around 9:30. I probably wouldn't look for the continuation. We're pretty far off the low of the day. Could it just keep going? Sure, but I think maybe I can find something better. Okay, oil, I still got my notes up here. We had an inside day, first red day that did not go down, and I had the notes up there from the last stream. Either going to be a dump and pump coming out of level 3, or it's going to be that first red day. So this dump and pump thesis is the one that was correct. Continue to go vertical throughout the session. Good stuff. That's why I always like to look at it from both sides. I've got a signal. This is what it should do. This is what it's actually doing. Do I have a setup based off of that? Yay or nay? So Monday. Monday was a breakout day. I think we've been breaking out for a bit. Then we kind of got a reset here. Now we have a new 3-day template. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got a breakout day and a pullback. Project that level across. This is an inside bar. Let's actually measure down. Peak formation was put in place above double zeros at 50, so I can measure down in increments of 50. 50, oh gosh, 50 and 50. And then we're going to get back to our others. All right, so this is an inside day. This is also a first red day. And again, similar to these other pairs that have first red days, they're in breakout to the upside. So I have to keep that in mind. Let's see here. Did we close? No, we did not. I do like that we're at the level. I think that triggering previous day's low would be nice. And again, that would be for the 3 levels of drop, trend continuation, Wednesday breakout day 1, inside day, pause day, trades back down into low, 3 levels of drop for the trend continuation back towards the high. That would be a play. The other part of this is, hey, this is first red day. So let's say in between now and 9:30, let's say that the market pins down through the previous day's low. They pin down through it and then pull back and go sideways and maybe give us a little like descending triangle. That would tell me, hey, this is going to be a explosive move towards the downside. And I would wait for the explosion or the continuation towards the downside for me to take that. That would be based off first red day. Now, the 3 levels of rise thesis for first red day is already playing out because, let's go back to over here. Let's say that I wanted to take this trade based off the first red day. A peak formation was put in place at 50, and then we've gone up 50, 50, and almost 50. So it failed in the upper third of a box. Started making lower lows and lower highs. Again, the trade happened in the gap time. So maybe I've already missed it. See if I can go find something better. Go to gold. Okay, gold. We had a day 1 of the cycle back here on Wednesday, or on Monday, excuse me. Front side of the move was broken, and then we went back to the high. Day 1, day 2. We got an inside day, first green day. They went vertical the next day after the session ended. Unfortunate. Day 1 breakouts back in the other direction. Now we're looking for 3 levels of drop for the continuation, and we got it. Day 2 of breakouts. And that puts us into where we're at now. So breakout day. Are we going to get day 3 breakouts, or are we done? Is it over? I think that's all I can say or all I can do about this one. It's unfortunate. All right, so breakout day, I'm going to project this level across. We've triggered previous week's high. That's good. We've came out in 1 peak, 2 peaks, and 3. Made a lower low. Okay, so we're making lower lows and lower highs on the day. Yep, Wednesday. You're talking about gold, right, TR? Wednesday's the reset, yep. Yep, Wednesday's the reset. So we got day 1 breakouts, day 2 breakouts. And that leads us into today. We got the lower low back down. It is day 3 of the week. Mark off some of my structure real quick. There we go. Now we got a peak formation made at the low of the day. I gotta tell you, none of these are really... the only ones that I kind of like a little bit are these indexes. I think that all of the pairs have a lot of potential, but it's just not the right time of day for me to say, like, hey, this is this and this is that. I need to wait for more of a signal. All I can do right now is label off the details that I have and know what to look for, which is why I started off the stream with this. This is the signal I have. This is what I'm looking for. And then to be able to go into the session, I think would be the most beneficial for you all. So again, we'll go to Russell real quick and take a look. We got day 1 of the cycle on Monday, day 1 breakouts on the next day. This was also a first green day on Monday. Day 1 breakouts, day 2, inside day, and then maybe now going back towards the high of the current week. I'd like to see how this gets up to, or how this reacts once we get up there. All right. So I'm kind of done with indexes, gold, and oil. I need you all to give me the best pairs of the week. Which ones do you think are setting up the best? Which ones do you want me to check coming into this Friday? If you all give me pairs that look exactly like the ones that I just looked at, that's not really going to benefit anybody. But if you've got some that look different and actually have good signals, I won't be trading them, but I can pull them up and we'll certainly take a look at them together for everybody else watching the stream. I got Euro USD. Okay, we got a big peak formation down low. Then we got a big peak formation up high that was also a first red day. It was a first red day that did not eventuate on this day over here on Thursday. That's a tough one. This is day 1, day 2. This is going to be day 3, but we're just sitting sideways in the consolidation. So what I was saying is this was first red over here. Have we been going down? Yes. But you can see the rectangle forming. I think I would need to see a little bit more on this one. Whoever asked this. Who said this? June. We're in this rectangle. I'm going to have to be guessing direction on this, and I don't want to do that. I would be waiting for the inside day, one of those levels to be broken, and then see kind of where the chart's at. Think silver looks better than gold. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think so. I like this a lot more as well because on gold, no levels have been broken or triggered today, whereas silver, we've already triggered previous day's low and are kind of falling, but this might be, let's see. Gonna need to wait for a pullback for sure. No first red day, but previous day's low has been triggered. Maybe look for low-hanging fruit. It's interesting. There's a week one breakouts was last week. It almost might be better just to wait for breakout day one back down to the downside. But this is giving good lower low. It's a shame that this happened in the gap time. This lower low is perfect. The 3 pushes back up is perfect. Push, pause, push, pause, push. Engulfment. Beautiful in the gap time. UJ. And I saw UCAT as well. Strange ramp. I like it. Okay, day one of the cycle was on Tuesday. Day one breakouts was on Wednesday. Looking for 3 levels of rise on Thursday. It looks like this is set up really well. God bless America. There we go. Let's go. I wonder. So if measuring from the low of the day to get 3 levels, we got 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Peak formations being put in. If I went down to a 5, it'd probably look even better. Oh, yeah. 3 levels back up. And then you get your engulfment back down. New hour. That's perfect. I don't know what that means, Vlone. All right, day 2 breakouts. So there's day 2 breakouts. Day 3 has been triggered, and it's popping back up. I would say probably, what would you want to see, Ikola? Are you looking for trend continuation, or are you looking for, what would you really be looking for? Are you looking for day 3 breakouts to occur? Dump continuation. That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want you to, put words in your mouth. So we're in breakout to the downside. Always project those levels across. Let's check the 3 levels real quick. I don't like how this is moving. See, notice how this is kind of, fluid. It's real nice. It's real clean. And then it starts to break down, goes into consolidation sideways, and then goes vertical. Whereas this is kind of just really sideways and kind of choppy. I would want to see it come out of that first. to make me feel comfortable. I need it to space. Good stuff. Good to see you. I want to see it come out of this nonsense first before I would be willing to take a trade. I don't like entering anything whenever I see it doing this. I need to see nice, clean movements, sideways consolidations that break down, things like that. But whenever you get like this over here, look at this. Kind of similar. Kind of similar. But whenever you get that chop, I try to be extra careful. Yep, 3 sessions of rise. Yeah, Vlone, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. This is exactly what this is for. This is exactly why the templates are what they are. I think that's what you're referring to, but... Okay, I saw UCAT as well. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 1 breakouts. Looking for trend continuation. Looks like it happened in the gap time. A lot of things this week have been happening in the gap time. I don't know if you all have noticed that. Either in the first hour New York or in the gap time prior to New York occurring, big moves have been happening. That is a really big indication for me whenever I see those on the pairs that I'm trading to more than likely stay out on that pair for the day. They trap into a session or in the first hour of the session off the news, get everybody doing something, and then the rest of the session is just this. Where'd my little... There we go. This. It looks like that, which is infuriating. You can't... It's not tradable. You're just going to get chopped in every which direction. Yep, first hour. A little bit of continuation, sure. This day over here was just completely garbage sideways. Garbage sideways. Y'all keep hitting me with this monkey hammer. I think you all told me. I still don't know what a monkey hammer is. You're going to have to tell me again, TR. Copper. Every time I see that name, though, it makes me just want to burst out laughing. It's like such an interesting thing. 3 days longs. Drop off trade. Is this something new? Or am I just ignorant to some stuff? Elevator up, escalator down. All right, that I understand. Or escalator up, elevator down. Gotcha. New name for something old. Gotcha. All right, so 3 days breakout. Oh, yeah, that's clean. Again, happening kind of in the first hour. So how would I have caught this in real time? That's the real question, right? Could I have actually seen this and said, hey, this is a good trade? I would say so. There's a higher high and a lower low. Now, would I have seen it in the session that I'm trading? No, because the session just started. Hi, can we see how you trade this template? I'm going to butcher your name. Fabry? I'm butchering that, and I apologize. I think you're talking about the 3 days of longs. Is that what you're referencing? Data. Probably trying to say this in English, and it's completely wrong. All right. Let's go to the 3 days of longs idea, right? So the fact that consolidation, again, going back to drawing the template, you get day 1 breakouts, day 2 breakouts, day 3 breakouts, or it could just be 3 days of longs triggered into the market. The big things that I like to see is the front side of a move being broken. So this is the front side of a move, right? Day 1 longs triggered in, day 2, day 3 longs. So I can draw this however you want to draw it. The front side of the move was broken in the gap time. I don't hold as much weight to this, but I do. This does hold some weight, right? My biggest thing, though, is that on the day itself, that I start getting lower lows and lower highs, and I'm trying to get in on that first pullback or maybe even the second pullback, depending on how things are looking. So again, going back to my super sophisticated drawing over here, higher highs and higher lows. Now on the day itself, I go down to a 5-minute chart or maybe even a 15, and I see, hey, there's a higher high, there's a lower low. I've got a very objective way at looking at structure. In fact, somebody just made an indicator off of it just based off of the words that I was speaking in a video. He put it into like AI or something. It turned into an indicator, and he's been using it, and he said it's amazing. So lower low first, and then my entry criteria comes into play. 3 pushes back up into the high, looking for a peak formation to get put in place. On the peak formation, that's the first pullback I'm trying to get in. And that's exactly how I would trade it. And then if it's not the first pullback, if I have to get in on the second pullback, that's fine, but it just needs to be as clean or if not better than the first. All right, and then as far as targets, going back down towards low of day or even other side of the range. Why did NASDAQ buy in the first hour? I don't know. Oh, yeah, so first red day. And we talked about this earlier about, hey, maybe this could be, we're in breakout. So this is the opening range for the week, right? Monday. We're in breakout to the upside. If this is a breakout pullback template, then that would explain very easily why this is going vertical. And I'm going to be very careful about doing anything counter trend with this if this is in breakout to the upside. Go back, check US 30 again. This is one that's already triggered previous day's high, which is good. All right, anything else for me, ladies and gentlemen? All right, you all are awesome. It's been a good stream. Looking forward to this trading day. If I get some trades taken, I'll make sure to get these posted for you all for those examples and things. I'll probably just post them on Discord, but if you're over there, good stuff. You'll have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. I've got a video coming out this weekend. Should be a pretty good one. Hope you all enjoy. I will see you in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.